Hello and welcome to Tabletop 24. Thank you for joining us for another unboxing. And today we have Imperium Classics from Osprey Games. Now this is one of two games that is out at the moment that follow a very similar suit, Imperium Classics, which we have here today, and also Imperium Legends. Classics showing a more sort of historically based civilization, and Legends that shows more mythical, sort of Arthurian, Atlantean bases. This one has already been opened because I was cracking out the rulebook. It is a hefty read, so it was one that I wanted to get out first of all. And you do have a dedicated solo manual. Okay, these are the same manuals for both Imperium Classics and Imperium Legends. So it's quite useful if you've got both copies of the game that you've got them to refer to. As you can see, it is a little bit wordy. Our first game of this did take a little bit of a while to play on with a friend's copy. So it is worth taking the time to have a read of those. Now, on top, we've got some tokens, so some materials, some civilizations, some victory points, action tokens, and we've got the market down the bottom here for it. Now, in the base box here, we will have a single dice, which I believe is for the solo campaign. We have our unrest cards. Oh, sorry, Unrest and Civilizations cards. We'll get those out, shall we? We'll show you some of these. So victories, fame cards, and the types of civilization you're running. We've got some lands. We've got a wilderness here. Get into focus. Come on. There we go. So we've got a wilderness and loads of different types of sort of classical bits that you would see from there. And then we've got our sort of urban sort of bits that you'd expect to see. So this is a sort of civilization deck building game where you'll be going through acquiring some of these lands and civilization cards before you're building up your civilization to a point of where it's an empire and is quite strong. So we've got some civilized cards which are more advanced, do a little bit more, but you have to be sort of an empire before you can start trading in these cards. So they come out a little bit later in the game. Then we've got the help of some other nations. Let's see if we can get that back in there. Yeah. So these will be other nations that can pop along and help you out as you go. Okay, and then we've got the actual civilizations that we're going to be dealing with. And I will probably butcher some of the names, so please bear with me. I can't really go wrong on this one because it is just Vikings, so can't really go wrong there. Then we've got the Greeks, the Macedonians, and here's the one I'm probably going to butcher, the Carthaginians, Romans, the Celts, the Scythians, and the Persians. So we've got those 8 civilizations that you'll be building up and facing off against the other players to build the best empire and civilization that you can. Okay, we're going to close this one off for a second. I'm going to pop back in a second and we'll show you an insert that we've put together. Because as I said, you have got Imperium Classics and Imperium Legends, and they do actually fit in one box. As you can see, there's a lot of empty space there. So pop back in a second. After punching the game out, just organising some of the cards, you'll see here we've put together an insert. Now I'll link below the video's description where this insert comes from. It's come from Thingiverse and it's been printed on an FDM printer. So I'll link those bits down below. As you can see, there's a lot of space in this now because it is designed to hold both games. we have 2 of these sort of card crates, if you will. You see them there. It will take sleeve cards throughout, but it'd be nice to put some dividers in there. So we're going to look and see if we can print some off for that. So we've got 2 of those in there, so they would hold those up. And then we've got all these individual trays for the components. So we have the market board, and that will go on the bottom of the box there. Then we have the building resources, bit of spare and some of the solo tokens, the victory point tokens and the civilization tokens or people tokens. Going like that. Make sure we get it seated. And then we've got the action point and exhaustion tokens. And then finally the die. Now, may have a bit of a swap round of those later, but they're the basic. And we've got the rule books that'll go sit on top, keep everything in there nice and tidy. And then the box lid. So thank you for joining us for this quick unboxing and reboxing of Imperium Classics. Hopefully we'll get Legends at some point and we'll pop that in there, and the games are interchangeable and you can mix and match, so that's quite nice for that. So thank you for joining us.